This is a big IJCTO network, many centers from starting from Chandigarh, Lucknow, Shillong, Jodhpur and all over south, east, north and central part of the India. We have many centers doing CTO work associated with our organization. And the objective is to benefit large pool of CTO patients in India, to improve the outcomes and to train fellows across India and subcontinent. Most of my course directors and myself travel a lot and train the people, and we also conduct small mini forums in our centers to train the fellows in CTO, PCI. So it started initially with an organization called CTO in 2006, and in 2012 the birth of the IJCTO has taken place, and with the course directors Dr. Goyal, Dr. Pratap, Dr. Ganesh joining, and many of the delegates and the faculty from Japan and Europe, we transferred into IJCTO. And this is the center where we have done almost 447 CTOs from 2012 to 2018. The age ranges around 29 to 78. Males has dominated the picture, and the distribution is mostly the patients with post-MI angina patients, and we have seen some of the acute and chronic CTO. This is one group recently increasing. Most of the practitioners realize when you see a PAMI, we see the CTO like morphology and we used to use hardware. And we usually assess the viability also by the treadmill and stress echo and perfusion scan, and sometimes the cardiac MRI. And we have done in 23 cases MSCT, particularly the case what Dr. Nasu is doing. Ideally, we should have done a CT because the length, tortuosity, calcium, caliber collatels will be there. But we usually give around 3 weeks, not to have the contrast-induced injury. We give a gap. And in these cases, RCA dominated as in the previous studies, RCA is the dominant vessel. As you see in the live cases also, most of them are RCAs. And the JCTO score, we stepped up recently to the score more than 2, but most of them follow to score 1 and some extent to the 2. And the CTO approach is done mostly antegrade approach, only 12% is retrograde, mostly through septal collaterals. We attempted some epicardial, but they are less. And the route is femoral. We are dedicated radial center, but for CTOs, as I said, I feel femoral approach is always better. For better double devices like microcatheter, IVAs together, and anchoring balloon, all this more comfortable 7 French. And amplage catheters are the most usage for the right particularly, and the extra backup catheters for the left. And the microcatheters usage is as usually in any study like Corsair is the most common, and Crusade also increasingly used in India now. And Corbel catheter is not available. This is one or two cases supported by the Japanese. The guideways, as I said, initially Fielder series and then the Gaia series dominated now for the antegrade approach, but the Sian series and G3 now coming. For the Conquest Pro anyway, in a tough case, we need either antegrade retrograde approach for the crossing the distal cap. We need the Confluence or Conquest Pro wires. Balloons, we used 1 millimeter sapphire balloons to many of the low profile balloons. Today many industry involved in this. And we used the 2.5 trapping balloon usually in 7 French. We used uncrossable lesions, anchor balloon and the turners, rotablator and guideliner. And the block modification is done in some of the cases with the cutting balloon, scoring balloon in only once we cross with the wire. Rotablation also same thing. The stents we use mostly Euler stents, we use it 68%. And many other cases, overlapping stents, long stents have been used. And our real world experience is really good with the long stents and overlapping. Most of the people agree that we don't see much thrombosis or the regional leaks. The fluoro time varied from 54 minutes to 128, volume contrast around, we cross sometimes 350 ml. Procedure time also depending on the type of the lesions, like today's case, and the long durations. And success rate is around approximately 86%. And the complications immediate are 2.9%. With septum hematomas, we've seen 3 cases, and donor dissection in 1 or 2 cases only. And we have seen perforations, but mostly they are managed conservatively, septal channel injuries. and no case required emergency APG or in-hospital mortality. And I was used in most of the cases, 42% of the cases. We use volcano, eagle eye in most of the cases. And follow-up is done with the clinical questionnaire, echo, ECG, and treadmill test, and angiogram in selective cases. We have done in 3 days, 30 days, 90 days, 180, 1 year, and more than 5 years. We have followed for the quality of life for the thrombosis, ISR around 12%, DE we used for the ISR, and we needed follow-up CABGs around 9 and DBPC around 18. And some patients who had sudden cardiac death, some of them lost the follow-up also. And DAP used is clopidogrel, some of the cases we used prasugrel, and subsequently entry-coated aspirin used along with the clopidogrel, and throughout statins are given. And the future is to structure current CTO registry and expand network by using permanent members of IJCTO, and to make a cost-effective CTO devices so more patients in India can benefit, and slender system to increase the vascular problems, to bring down radiation hazards to the physician patients, which large volume centers more than 1,000 cases can provide not more than 2 to 3 operators. The high availability of image intensifiers is must for the doing CTO program, and the practice pattern of small volume centers are to be directly supervised by super specialists. Very important. And these are some guidelines we've drawn both from the Japanese and European operators. This thing that there should be a logbook which should be maintained and should be supervised by another proctor. And IVS rotabliter should not be considered as indispensable for CT recognition, but surgical backup also not a contraindication. Lack of surgical backup for CTO program. The center should confirm its ability to promptly deal with complications such as cardiac tamponade. So keep the radiation as low as possible. These are some of the data I want to circulate you. This is our website, and you can access to the website, and this is the characters what we are going to do. It will launch it from July 1st. So anybody can easily access to this. And finally, the attempt is to have a robust CTO data from India. And it can be successful only if we have a great participation from eligible centers. It's our request to participate wholeheartedly for this academic thought. We're open to suggestions. Thank you.